And checkity check. All right, good morning and what's up, guys? My name's Patrick, and if you've never watched our channel before, this is the Mr. G's Classic Trucks YouTube channel, and we are currently not in a truck. We are in my 1963 Chevy Impala that we've probably spent the last 6 or 7 months working on Fridays and weekends. Me and pretty much 2 or 3 of the other guys that work for us. I offered them, you know, if you want to come in on Fridays, get paid some overtime, come in on the weekends. We just thrashed on this car. So tried to work on this outside of customer time, which is Monday through Thursday. We work 410s. And yeah, we put this car together for myself, kind of like a marketing piece. We're known for doing trucks, low mileage, OBS, square bodies, you know, building, you name it, we do trucks. But I wanted to do something different for myself. I've always loved X-frame cars. And last year we built a 63 for a gentleman named Eric. It was the most perfect white on bucket seats, 4-speed SS car. I'll have Brandon insert some photos here. And I wanted to buy that car from him, and he told me no. So we started the hunt for one of these. I wanted a 63. Now, since I bought this car, we have owned a 61 and a 62 that we bought and sold for 88 Classics. And this was kind of my project in the background. I could kind of figure out the parts and pieces I really liked. And once I started on this, we found a gigantic hole in the floor. So we had to put a whole floor in this car, completely Raptor liner at the bottom of the car, completely restored the factory chassis, sandblasted it, painted it. It's got all brand new Ridetech suspension, billet specialties wheels, a set of C5 Corvette brakes from our buddy Boris at Street Machinery. And we're not 100% done with this car, but it's done to the point where we can drive it, start putting miles on it. It's been tuned. It made 410 horsepower through a Gearstar Stage 3 4L60 and a 2-piece drive shaft. It is a GM Crate 495 horse LS3, and we're going about 70 miles an hour right now, just driving down a back road, headed about an hour away from the shop. So whenever we put these things together, we want you to be able to get in them and drive them. Don't want you to be broken down on the side of the road. I mean, that's the goal for every builder. And right now we're logging miles. There's 269 miles on this car. So over the weekend, we took it to North Carolina for our friend's show. And this was our shuttle vehicle all over the place. At one point in time, we had 5 people in here driving it all over the place, taking it to dinner. We finished up the vintage air install, so vintage air's in it. This is all the factory interior except for the carpet. Next week, it's getting dropped off to have the headliner done. And then after that, just a little bit of things we're gonna finish. We're gonna put a small stereo in here with some kick panels, 3 speakers, and a subwoofer. And yeah, just want to shoot an update video on my 63 Impala. I think we have 3 or 4 videos on this car, but it's on the road, it's driving, everything works as it should. We're gonna go shoot some photos and some outside video of this thing, and hope you guys dig it. We're going to take you through the bottom of the vehicle, since we Raptor lined the whole bottom of this vehicle red to match the outside, and kind of just give you the lay of the land of how we We did all the wiring, how we did the plumbing for the air suspension, all the Ridetech stuff. So we're gonna start from the back. So Brandon, let's pan this way. So exhaust built in-house. It's got a brand new tank. It has all of Ridetech's air suspension with their shocks. We made all brand new brake lines. It has a front and rear disc brake kit. It's like a C5 Corvette brake kit from our buddy Boris at Street Machinery. So Boris's big brake kit, if you move on this way, I didn't want to powder coat this frame because A, time, and B, cost. So we basically had this frame sandblasted and we painted it in 2K paint. I borrowed my buddy's rotisserie, brought it, cleaned it, painted it. This is a 2-piece drive shaft with the billet carrier bearing. All this exhaust is 2.5. As you can see, it is routed as tight as it possibly can. Now we're at full droop right now, so it looks like it's touching the tire, but it is not when it's all the way up in the air. But yeah, we're at full droop right now and the exhaust is super, super tight. This is a 20 by 10 inch wheel, so it is as big as you could go with a 275 tire. This car, I almost said truck, this car did have some rust in it. The only thing I have not done yet, the last final stage, it's gonna go to our painter, Chris. He's gonna touch up the bottom, paint inside the trunk. He's gonna do the GM splatter paint all throughout the trunk. And then working our way this way, you could see that it was completely Raptor lined on the bottom. We had to build new inner rockers. This whole car, I forgot to mention, has a brand new floor that we ordered from Summit. We basically had to make this inner rocker, put the whole floor section in it. This is, like I was saying, a Gearstar Stage 3 4L60. This swap mount kit for the transmission cross member and the motor mounts is from Street Machinery. Now, if you come this way, you'll see how we plumbed all the air suspension. So we ran everything in tubes, like a heat covered tube, ran it, and then all the air lines are actually plumbed inside the cab. So that way we don't have to worry about anything getting snagged or broken or, you know, a failure on the outside of the car. So we use these little 90-degree fittings. The air lines are plumbed inside of the car because everything goes to the trunk. So that's the easiest way to do that. On the rear bags, you only have about 2 feet of airline, so it's not that big of a deal. Everything's wrapped from DEI, big circuit breaker next to the battery. Always run a circuit breaker next to the battery. This has a cold case radiator that has a step because we converted this to power steering. So it's got a step radiator in it, their fan setup. Yeah, this is 800 miles of driving. It's a GM 495 horse LS3. We left it very, very simple inside the engine bay. I didn't make it look carbureted. We wanted it to be easy to service. If you need to get something, the coil packs aren't covered, just as easy as possible. Other than that, 19 and 20 inch billet specialties I get asked all the time. These are the Reapers. This is brushed magnesium centers and brushed lips. I don't do polished lips. I hate cleaning stuff. It's a pain in the ass. I like, you know, being able to just get in my car, truck, and just drive it anywhere. So brushed lips always for me. Everything's been painted. We'll lower it down, get you an engine bay shot, or kind of like the last final iteration. And yeah, so this is 800 miles. We just nut and bolt checked it. I had 2 loose lower bolts on the shocks. Not loose like they're gonna fall out, but they need to be tightened. The sway bar had to be tightened up a little bit. Other than that, I mean, this has been to North Carolina. It's been all over Texas. We probably finished it, end of September, yeah. So 3 months, it's January 9th. So yeah, put about 800 miles on it. It's been a great car, runs great. It's had 2 oil changes already. Everything looks perfect. It's just, you know, mine and my wife's weekend cruiser right now until I get a chance to build myself another truck and her Jimmy gets out of paint jail, which is supposed to be painted next week. Supposed to be. And yeah, we'll lower it, put it down on the ground, and show you guys under the engine bay, or inside the engine bay, and then the stereo we did, and we should be good. All right, come over here. And in. He's gonna get that nose all over that lens. All right, engine bay. Stock GM LS3, 495 horsepower, Holley valve covers. We built the intake in-house. We built the coolant pipes in-house. All the steam ports, Lance came in, bent all the stainless for it. Overflow, we used the original windshield washer fluid bottle, say that fast. Mounted it to the course port, bent hard lines for it. Borgenson steering box, anti-gravity battery. I did not like the Vintage Air, oh, here it comes. I didn't like the Vintage Air panel, so we sent this to our buddy at Hall Precision, had to make that piece out of billet. And yeah, Bill Specialties, True Track kit, just, you know, all the good stuff. Transcooler, Radium Engineering catch can, just, you know, all the good stuff. When it goes to my painter, like I was talking about, he's gonna shoot this satin black underneath, and then we're gonna walk over to the trunk, show you guys what we did with the trunk, and then just the simple stereo we did. So like I said, this truck came from Ohio. It had some rust in it. We fixed all the rust that was in its regular places. So we got those all fixed, got it all seam sealed. There's one little spot right here we fixed as well. That is the Ridetech E5 Pro kit. So it comes with that nice little cover. I feel like it's designed for an X-frame car. It literally fits perfect in there. So that houses your compressors, the tank, everything. What's so nice about this kit, it literally comes all put together. I think you gotta hook up 3 wires and plumb your airbags and you're good to go. So in my opinion, not a lot of people talk enough about that product. It's super easy. If you don't want to spend a bunch of time making lines or doing really fancy hard lines and you want a true plug and play system, hands down the best of the best that you could buy. So trunk getting reshot in a couple of weeks, and then yeah, it's done. I mean, literally, we've been driving this thing like I've been saying. We want to put a bunch of stuff back here. We took this car to Dino's and had this thing loaded with merch and a bunch of other stuff. Still has the factory jacking instructions in here. And yeah, so that is the trunk. All right, so on the inside, I have my buddy Juan, who does all of our stereo stuff. You can barely see them, but there's kick panels built in. He matched the interior perfectly, put hidden grills in them. He built the center console. I wanted a place to mount the Ridetech controller. So if you were to power this up, everything lights up. Brand new carpet kit, just, you know, right from ACC. Put a little phone mount, Bill Specialty steering wheel, new column. I mean, just made it as super simple as you could. These are the original seats. They only had 50,000 miles on them. We just cleaned them as best as we could, steam cleaned them, and yeah, Dakota Digital gauges. Cash has not been in here yet. You wanna go for a car ride? Maybe one day Cash will go for a car ride. Retrofitted all the Vintage Air stuff. We have a product coming soon I can't talk too much about that works with Vintage Air. We'll be able to show you guys that here shortly. But yeah, this is it for the inside, just super simple. Oh, and we hid a, get off me, Cash. We hid a kicker slimline sub underneath the driver's seat. So it's got a little boom boom to it. So yeah, that's it, just super simple driver. Yeah. You guys have any questions, or if you're interested in building something like this for yourselves, I absolutely love the X-frame cars. And yeah, hit us up, shoot me a DM, ATX_C10. If you have any questions, feel free, ask away, and yeah, see you later.